You may have noticed that I changed my channel name to Paul Van Zweel, and I also changed the banner to No Masters, No Slaves. Now the reason why I changed the name to Paul Van Zweel is because I don't want to hide behind a pseudonym, which in the past was Van Zweelism. I want people to know that this is the actual person talking about the ideas that are being discussed on this channel. And the No Masters, No Slaves banner is exactly as it says. That's what this channel is about. I want to play my role in helping to end slavery on this planet, as these are the two biggest issues that we are facing in the world today. Our enslavement of non-human animals, and also our enslavement to the governments of the world and the people that govern the governments. I'm going to be honest with you guys, I don't necessarily want to talk about this topic of slavery, but once you've become aware of it, once you've seen it, you can't unsee it, and you can't unfeel what you feel when you're aware of it. And once you know what's happening in this world, it becomes a moral obligation to speak about it. First you must seek the truth, and then you must speak the truth, so that you may inspire others, so that they can speak the truth too. And slowly but surely we will create a world that is fair, that is just, and that gives animals their right to life, and for us to have our right to life too, to be free, unobstructed by this religion that we call authority. If you've checked my Tumblr out lately, you would have also realized that I said that I'm not thriving, and that has nothing to do with my physical health. Physically, I'm in good shape. I weigh 72 kilos, I ride 350 kilometers a week about, and my 5K time is like 18 minutes, so physically I'm not in bad shape. So I wasn't referring to my physical health, I was referring to my mental health. And that is something that diet and lifestyle can't really fix. Again, it doesn't matter how many hours you spend out in the sun or in nature, or how much fruit you eat. If you constantly think about the tragedies and the atrocities happening in your world, you are going to feel a certain type of way, and it is going to affect your mental health negatively. And what I found what I've seen is that the only solution to that is to be an effective activist, as Paul Bashir talks about, from Anonymous from the Voiceless. So that has been my biggest challenge for me, is becoming an effective activist. And that's why I haven't put out much content for the last couple of years, because I'm just not very good at that. And it's something that I want to become good at, because it's the only thing that's going to be fulfilling for me in the long term. And it's the reason why I've come here on this planet. It's my purpose, to help people to see what's wrong and hopefully inspire them to change their ways, so that they can become a part of the solution versus a part of the problem. As for Strava, I got rid of that for 3 reasons. The first reason is that I found it to be really distracting. So just like Facebook, it's a really distracting website, and I found myself neurotically going on there to check how much kudos I got. So it's some kind of an inferiority complex that I had going there, and it just served as a way to feed the ego a little bit. So I'm glad I don't have that itch that I need to scratch all the time to go on Strava to check for kudos, and I can find healthier ways of validating myself, because that's ultimately where the validation source should come from, yourself. The second reason why I got rid of Strava is because I don't want people or the controllers of this world seeing everywhere I fucking go. I don't want them tracking and tracing my movements. And Strava, for car-free people, is the perfect website for them to know exactly where you are going all of the time. And the third reason is because I don't think it's a very good website when it comes to activism, talking about animal liberation and human liberation. As for a life update, not much has changed other than the bike that I now ride, which is that city bike I showed in the previous video. I really like it, even though it's quite a lot slower than my road bike. It's just really comfortable to ride, and it works well for the Uber Eats job. And yeah, I'm still doing that Uber Eats job, working 5 days a week. I can't really see myself doing anything else in the near future, because for me it's the best compromise when it comes to making money. Unfortunately, we're all slaves to the dollar on this fucking planet, and you have to find something that sucks the least. And for me, Uber Eats sucks the least. This has probably not been the most interesting video to watch. I'm not really in a mood for humor today. I actually had to force myself to make this video. And that's the only way I find these types of things get done in my life, is when I force it. Because if I'm not going to force it, it's just not going to happen. It's a different story when it comes to things that I'm good at, like cycling or running or things like that. But when it comes to things that I'm not good at, which is making content on social media, I have to fucking force it.